Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Mark and I tinker with bikes, and occasionally get to ride them too. Today I have a pretty long video for you, an almost Gary length video. Towards the end of last year, when I was searching for a bike to build for my sister, I came across this orange P7. It was a bit of a bargain, so I bought it, picked it up, and then changed my mind. Instead of building this, I wanted to build something a bit more modern for my sister, so this ended up being stored for a while. On first inspection, it was a pretty decent spec. It had clearly been worked on over the years, but the spec looked good. The mixture of XT, LX and Deore made a pretty decent bike as it stood, but I wanted to give it a bit of a modern upgrade. The Hope Pro 2 with the wide sun rim on the rear was earmarked straight away for another build, and the race face bars and stem was stashed. And the rest of the drivetrain, well, it was sold off to fund some new parts. Oh, and yes, the rear brake was completely empty. The seals on the piston were shut and had been slowly leaking all the fluid away, so that would have to be addressed later in the build. So, plans. What's a nice modern upgrade for this old P7? I'm not gonna lie, I almost went 12 speed again. At the beginning of the chain reactions blowout, I bought all the pieces for a 12 speed Shimano Deore build. As much as I wanted to put it on this bike, I also wanted to keep the costs down a little, so we're going a bit more budget. That being said, most of the parts on this bike end up being new. Seized in there. The strip down is beginning, so I'll let the video do the talking now. You'll see the bike has clearly had a lot of use over its 20 years, but with the upgrades I have in mind, it should bring a whole new life to this old rig. So sit back and enjoy the build. Yep. Really? Oh god, it's tight. Oh, that's not good. This is worse than it looks. Yes, it's an old steel frame, but after cleaning out all the corrosion, the frame looks solid. The threads were chased to give it a little clean up too. The bottom bracket was very tight to get off, so when it all goes back together, it's getting a good helping of grease to stop this happening again. Bonus points here to anyone who knows what that frame in the background is. It's something I've got stashed away that I'm thinking might deserve an Ali Clarkson style build, if you know what I mean. That's a nice headset. Okay, so it does fit. Line that up. Oops. Yeah, it's not going to hold that. Okay. Is it going to hold it? No. That goes on. Oh, I might need one extra spacer. That went all over me. Oh dear me. Okay, this has been frustrating. This Nukeproof headset, when I put it all together, it felt like it was dragging. At the moment, I've got it, I think, done up tight. Maybe. But I can do this a little bit more. And it binds, so, okay, that's the point. What we got here, we spin smoothly. Absolutely fine. I think. No, there's still a little bit of play. This Nukeproof headset is driving me crazy. What I've had to do is basically what I found. Okay, let me get my words out. Okay, so when I take this apart, I've just dropped the fork again, but in here I've put these two thin washers that I had, and I found that without them the there we go, the plug that this part is with the washer around it was not making contact with this, so when it was loading up, it was loading onto the outer race and it just wasn't putting any pressure through the bearings. I'm going to have to put this back on the ground to do it back up. Okay, so without these washers packing up the bearing, this is all together, this is tight, but there is still a lot of play in there. That is tight. Like this is loaded down onto the stem. The stem is tight there now, but I've still got play in it. So, put these thin washers round, load them up, load that up, load that up. Okay. There we go. So it's actually loaded the bearings up now. Almost. Gonna come around that side. Just temporarily. Look at that. Back slightly. It's pretty hard to see there. Oh yeah, it needs to go out way more. $50mm. So if you were to check that, 50mm using the Gary method, and basically come in line with there, which is 10987 gear 7. So we need to push it in. So in theory that'll push my chain line back to 47mm, and the standard is 47.5. So we should be good. I've also, where are they? Got a pack of these longer bolts to account for the 3mm extra. It should work. Chain line's a little better. wallops. Oh wow, that's tight. I don't like that. I'm going to get a quick link. That's horrible. So add quick link. Tends to be quick link and free hub on the list to order. Because I don't know if you can hear that, but it sounds horrible. At least it's indexed right, or limited right. Ooh. 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 Ooh, that feels nice. How's that looking to me? Yeah, that's good. I think I got that first time. You want to take that out. So we go around, and then, okay. We gotta sort that free hub out. That's what it should sound like. I'll probably zoom out a bit more because I'm going to show you. Whoops, wrong way, that way. I've got to interrupt the build here to say, yep, after all these years, this is the first time I've cut a brake line. In fact, I'm replacing the entire rear brake line on this bike with the new caliper on the rear. I don't know why I was ever nervous about doing this. It's really quite simple. The tools aren't really expensive either. You just need a basic cutter to create a clean square end, and one of these mini presses to drive in the barb. Easy. The bleeding does look like it can get a little bit more complicated with different generations and different manufacturers doing ever so slightly different things. But for these old Deore brakes, it's super simple. Open up the reservoir, fill it up, attach a syringe to the caliper, and pull the fluid through. At least, that's what I saw on YouTube anyway, and it seems to have worked. Okay, let's get this right this time. So, we got a boot, knot, and an olive. Okay, hopefully that's good. Undo this bleed valve, and then I can hopefully, yeah, all that air coming out of there. Just bit by bit. So let's try and level the let's try and level it up a bit more. So basically I'm just trying to pull. It helps if I undo it, right? And that just almost emptied my reservoir. Great.
Toby.
Four, 5, 6. Oh yeah, we still need to bleed. Oh no. No, that's good. Close. Hey, there's a thumbnail, isn't it? Kind of. And here it is. The supervisor has inspected all the work and it's ready to hit the trails for a test run. Honestly, this is how she sat by herself too, so it had to be the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. Oh god. I haven't rode lower cliff in a while. So lower cliff switches between clearly overgrown parts now and very loose gravel like then. If you want to see the rest of that ride, I'll put together a separate video. Here it is, the finished bike. Honestly, it's a little ripper. Yes, it doesn't have the modern standards of slack geometry, 29er wheels and through axles, but the little upgrades I did today bring it up to date a little and make it so fun. The Deore drivetrain was faultless. 10 speed, wide ratio, clutch in the rear mech turned on, no problems at all. The shifting was precise. I had enough gears to climb up some pretty steep hills, and I got no chain slap. I did get some cable slap though. That tinging sound was the shifter cable slapping the top tube, so maybe I should take a leaf out of Bike Shed Boys book and stick some donuts on there. Apart from that, the only problem I ran into was the seat post. I'll be swapping it out because the clamp must be worn. I kept knocking the saddle out of position, hence why it's pointed at a weird angle now. But with this frame accepting a 27.2mm seat post, it would make the perfect opportunity for a dropper upgrade, and they are definitely worth it. Sadly though, I don't think this is a keeper for me. It might hang around a while because I've about £400 in this bike, but it will be up for sale. I'll be keeping my bright pink hand job to fly around the trails on a steel hardtail, but for anyone looking for a new bike, well, you know it's worth spending £400 on this than the same amount in Halfords. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the build. Until the next one.